Showtime. Bitcoin moneymaker. All the angles to get in the crypto game. So I'm back again with local Bitcoins. I had a couple videos. One was where I was planning on selling out because of the SegWit 2x all-time high. Because of all the uncertainty, those limits on Binance, I pretty much broke even selling high and buying a little bit lower, but I decided instead to wait, and I do think that Bitcoin will have a dip now and people will go to altcoins. I switched all that Binance money over to local Bitcoins because I finally wanted to start selling, and I found out you need a 0.2 Bitcoin minimum for your ads to show up, which is the equivalent of $1,500 or so at today's rate. So I did that. I put my money over, I opened up my ad, and I was working yesterday during the day, and I checked my messages a few hours later, not thinking I would get that much traffic because I don't have that much trade volume or rep on this account, but lo and behold, a whole bunch of people went to the bank, deposited, showed me their receipts and everything, and as soon as I saw those messages, I was like, damn, I'm going to get a bad reputation because I'm not releasing the funds right away, like my ad says I will. So I had to write some apologies that I took too long with some people, but everybody was happy and fine. I gave everybody there, which I think is a good thing to do, is anyone that buys Bitcoin from you and does a good job, you should give them trustworthy, which is the highest feedback on this site, and write them a nice comment about how good they are to trade with, and they'll most likely do the same. So now I have some rep, and with this money, so I got this money right away, this $500 right here, so I sold at these prices, and we can tell that Bitcoin yesterday, I think when I sold at a 4% margin or something, and Bitcoin was at 7,100, and so I was like holding on to it, and then Bitcoin shot up to 7,250 or something, so I was waiting because I was looking at the charts, and the chart said it may go down. So lo and behold, today it's down to 6,800 right now, and the charts say it may go down further. So now I'm watching a Gemini chart because I use Gemini. You can see right here, there'll be a link in the description for all this stuff for local Bitcoins and Gemini. I like Gemini better than Coinbase because their rates for an ACH for a bank transfer is free. They don't have a 1.5% like Coinbase, but it does take 5 days to release, 5 business days to release your Bitcoin if you want to do this again and transfer your Bitcoin from here back to local Bitcoin. So the only way around that is to do a wire, and a wire even takes a business day or two, so you kind of have to dollar cost average your money, so to speak, and spread it out, or you have to say, like, I'll do it in batches, and I just expect, like, I need to kind of see what the market will do over the next 2 or 3 days. So you definitely want to be selling your Bitcoin at all-time highs, or when there's consolidation. When there's a bull run, if you sell, you're missing out on all that action. So right now, I'd say we're kind of at a consolidation and about to fall, so this is when it's falling, that's a great time to sell because you can buy back in, lower, sell again, and so on, buy back in, lower, sell again. So I have, what have I done? So you can see I just bought back in 100 at around 6,800, so that means if on local Bitcoins I sold at 73, now I'm buying in at 68, I think that's about an 8% gain on that money, and I just wanted to get some profit off the table. So I have this other limit for another $100 if it hits, and I like this site too because of the limits, and I just like the UI. If it's 6,500, I'll sell another 100. I'll hold on to the rest because I'm looking at the charts, and here's the Gemini chart. I don't think it's on TradingView yet, so I just use this. This is CryptoWatch, and it's not the best UI, but it works. And we can see for the 1 day, the stochastic RSI, relative strength index, mixed with the stochastic, that still says it's going down over the next 24 hours. If we go back out to the 3 day, same thing. It's topped out. It's a little overbought. It's supposed to go down. And me just following people on YouTube and social media, a lot of them are saying that they expect a dip too. But who knows? Other people think we could go to 10,000. So I'm just doing the short term here. And so these indicators, if I go to TradingView, I look at Coinbase, which I feel like would be one of the most related exchanges to Gemini. If we go to the day, we see it's still kind of going down over the next 24 hours, but we go out to the week. Again, this is stochastic RSI. You can see here it's overbought, and you can see there's patterns here where it may go up again, but at some point it's going to have to come down. And let's see, what's this span? The span's from 425, so it can last a while. I mean, you're talking like these double bumps. This can last for the way Bitcoin's going, this can last for months. So this last one was May to June, so it's about a month and a half. So who knows? It could keep going up, but I just think over the next, back to the day, I just think the day here going down and back to the 3 days going down. So it just feels to me like I should wait for the price to go down a little bit more, and that's why I put one limit at 6,500, but I don't know how much more it could drop. I mean, it could drop down to 5,000. So I'm gonna sell more today, thinking that it's gonna drop more. I may be a little more conservative, and like as soon as I sell for that 4 or 5% margin, I may buy right back in at that 4% and not wait for it to drop further. But so this is just a good little lesson in when you're selling on LocalBitcoins to sell at all-time highs or during consolidation periods when things are going sideways or when they're dropping. If it's a bull market and it's steadily going up, it'll be tough. Like, you may end up losing money, so you gotta watch yourself before you get REKT wrecked. So I made a spreadsheet too of exits of all the on-ramps in case anything ever happens to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. If you're in the United States, where are the ways you can get out? And Gemini has unlimited wires, supposedly. I haven't tested it, I haven't done a wire yet, but I mean, if there's a mad rush for the gates, I doubt that they'll let all the people unlimited wire. I'm sure they'll, cap people off at a certain amount a day or week, but these are all different ones. These are 6: Gemini, Coinbase, Kraken, CX.io, Bitstamp, Itbit, and that's like the order I would trust them in as far as how big they are and how trustworthy. The first two are based in the United States. I know Itbit is as well. I think it's in New York. And another way to get money out is an ATM, which I didn't really think about, but you have to deposit your money into an ATM address. Like, you have to go to the ATM, get an address generated, deposit Bitcoin from your phone wallet, or bring a laptop, or go back home and copy the address and send it to the address, then go back. You can get cash, but so there's like a daily limit of 1,000 or something like that. But without the unlimited, let's say the unlimiteds don't work for Gemini, and I guess CX.io has a card that's unlimited. I don't know if they can credit your bank account through your debit card. I don't know how that works. I need to study that. But you can see the totals between, if you're signed up at all of these and you had to get out fast, you could get 140K a day, and then 1.5 mil first week, 1.5 monthly. So if you ever get to large amounts and you want to get a lot out quick, you gotta keep this in mind. That's another reason why I have this selling account. Isn't just to make profits, but it's, if I ever had to get out in a rush, at least I have a high ranked account that people would trust, and maybe I could sell some there, even if there's a rush for the gates. So that's it for this video. I hope this keeps working out. I hope I can keep getting sales on margin, and that this keeps going down and I keep selling as it goes down in a repetitive cycle down to 5,000 and make my margin on the way down. Another way to play this, if you really think it's going down, that's a lot more dangerous, is margin trading and doing like a 10 times or 5 times or 20 times leverage on the way down. But I'm not that confident and I'm not that good of a trader yet, but that's another angle on BitMex, BITMEX. I'll put that link in the description as well. I should. That's it. As always, the rest is up to you.